Hi, I'm Adam Major, here to take a deeper look into the University of Tennessee's Hodges Library. Now, the library sits in the heart of the University of Tennessee's campus. The 350,000 square foot building contains many resources for students and faculty. Anyone who has been around or involved at the University of Tennessee definitely knows exactly what the Hodges Library is. The central location draws a central meeting point for students and faculty. According to www.lib.edu, the library boasts 6 floors, not including a ground floor. The ground floor contains map services. The first and second floors contain special features, research services, integrated user services, the newly redone Commons and Studio, a 150-seat auditorium, a campus store, and a Starbucks. Floors 3 through 6 are study floors, which contain thousands and thousands of books and feature grad student chorales and faculty studies areas. The question is not so much, does the library get used? This is easily seen by stepping in the doors any given weekday and seeing the mass populations of students flood the halls of the Hodges Library. More the question here is the library getting used properly? Does it become a focused study area or a social hub? We will be taking a deeper look into just what students use the library for. Are they being resourceful with what the university supplies? Do students use resources such as books and electronic supplies like computers and editing software? Or do they use the library just because everyone else is there? Are students using the library as much anymore for research, or what are the trends moving to? We'll talk to some students and expert faculty members to see just what they believe the state of the Hodges Library is.
What you're meant for. It's been burning in my core. Tonight I can't make it away anymore. No, I don't wanna be waiting underneath.
I'm Nick Stout. I'm a sophomore in engineering at UT. I use Hodges Library every now and then. Every time I go to Hodges Library is either one is to meet with a couple friends for cell group or to study. And that happens like once a week, rarely twice. I've checked out 2 books from Hodges Library, I think. One was actually both of them were for my English 102 class. The teacher got the books together and told us we could go check them out. That was the only time. I have my own laptop, and I think I've used the computers in there once, just because they were really big and had big screens. I thought it would be fun. I think everybody seems to get pretty focused in the library, actually. Something about it makes you want to just get it done. I see kids all the time just run in there, hang out for a second, and leave. Well, when I study in the library, I'm always there real late, so I buy a bunch of junk food at that little place. And I can't really afford Starbucks, so. And the line's always long.
My name is Taylor Flatt. I'm
Yeah, right.
a sophomore and I'm double majoring with political science and religious studies. I use the Hodges library to study and occasionally reference books. I actually checked out 4 last week. Sometimes I go to the library just to socialize. I do not use the electronic resources in the library.
I was lucky enough to get 2 faculty members to conduct an interview with me in the library. However, both of the interviewees asked to not be video recorded. One of these faculty members was Jeff Clark. Jeff has been a library associate for Hodges for 21 years. He's seen a lot in the library and knows the trends. He believes that around 75% of students who check out a book come through his desk. The others, he believes, uses a self-checkout right beside him. He believes that there's been a decreasing trend in students checking out books. He thinks this is due to electronic databases which make research somewhat more narrow and easier for students. After seeing the library for so long, Jeff believes that currently it is a mix of social and study. He thinks that mostly undergrads come in with the intent to study, but get caught up in the social hustle of the library. He also believes that there's been an increase in physical use of the library. He sees more students circulate in and out than ever before, he believes. But he says the research side has somewhat dropped off. He thinks that this is due to the previously mentioned electronic resources. The second interviewee was Sherry Edwards. Sherry is a graduate student library assistant. She works in the first floor reference room, aiding for research. She believes that as far as the resources of the library goes, most undergrads just don't know how to use them. They do not think of the resources in the library as their first choice to research properly for their due assignments. She says that on her floor that does deal with research books, that it's seen quite a decrease. She doesn't think that students really go over to the shelves and browse as much anymore. However, she does believe that the books carry a little more credibility and authority. She wishes that the books would be used quite a bit more, both in students and professors supplying students with things to research. So, is the library being utilized properly? The answer is, it depends who you are. How you use the library really dictates if you get full advantage of the resources. We've heard from some students that the library is just a little too distracting. We've heard from others that they love to get their work done there. Still, both sides see both sides of the equation. Some kids can focus, some kids can't. We've also heard that some use the resources in totally different ways. It really just depends on how you like to and what you need to get done. We've heard from 2 faculty members that really the traditional use of the library is decreasing, but somewhat moving towards a promising new, much needed use for the library. All agree that it's a popular and necessary point of campus. So, what do? Go out and use your library's resources. The university supplies them, take advantage of them. Next time you need to get something done, think of what the library supplies for you. And while you may get distracted from time to time, do your best to stay focused. Don't distract others around you, and you might just get some work done. This is Adam Major, taking a deeper look into Hodges Library.
Waiting underneath